Hello and welcome everyone to another edition of Tuesday Talk. I'm Varun with Varma Realty Group. Today I'm joined with my friend and colleague Kent Smith with State Farm Insurance. Kent, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Varun.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad to be here. I'm Kent Smith. I am been in insurance and financial services for many years now, for about 15 years, and I do insurance as well as I also provide financial services to help people out and companies as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I really wanted to get you on because we've had a trend of getting people on to showcase their focus, their specialties that, certain buyers or homeowners may not truly understand the full realm of services that you provide. And I know you do a fantastic job for my properties, personal properties, and clients as well. And I want to help showcase that with our followers and get you that engagement as well. So I wanted to just kind of touch base briefly on everyone knows out there's so many insurance agencies, low cost, quick and easy, things like that. But why would someone choose you and State Farm?
Sure.
What do you focus on? What do you provide that's different from other companies out there?
Yeah, well, basically when you see advertising on television, a lot of times basically people think that, the commercials try to commoditize you, to think that everything's the same. You're just going and buying size 9 shoes and so forth, and well, not everybody wears size 9 shoes,
right?
And they have their own preferences to what they want. But I could tell you from my years of being in the industry, the bottom line is that it comes down to is there are no two households that are the same. Yeah. Even at this beautiful home that I'm in here, even if there's an identical one right down the street, they're not going to have the same cars. It's not furnished the same. They all have different jobs. They have different people that live in the house and everything like that. So everybody's unique. Yeah. So the better that I know you, the better that I can protect you.
Right.
And so that's where I think that our value is that you come to the table is that it is relationship oriented. Yeah. While people, they might curse about some of the pricing and so forth, hey, I want to get the best deal. We get that, But at the same time, it really comes down to is that, what is right for you? Yeah. Is that shoe going to really fit, or are you just going to buy whatever's in that box, that's out there? So I think that, our story that we have to tell is that we know you, we know and we understand you, and we give that back, so it's very easy to understand, what are you purchasing?
Yeah, okay. Absolutely. I think that's a great reassuring thing that people may not really truly understand until they absolutely need you. And of course, that's an unfortunate time, but with all that emotion and stress that, if there's a water leak or if there's some issues, you went on vacation and something happened to the house, and now you've got to deal with it. Who are you going to call? And is that small cost of savings that you saved, does that relate and equal to the relationship and you stepping up? I know that's fantastic for our customers to know and understand. It's not always about the savings, right? It's about building that relationship and being for you. How we kind of also translate the home buying or home selling process too. It's like, there's a lot of us out there, that'll offer different services, things like that, but it's about that relationship, that continued relationship to make you feel comfortable during that time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Appreciate you sharing that. So we all went through 2020, right? Pandemic, shutdown. Talk a little bit about, what changes you saw in your industry, how you guys persevered through that, and how you guys kind of changed and adapted and to again continue to offer successful services.
Yeah, that's a great point. Question. In our world, we offer many types of services and products and so forth like that. And so, while one might be down, another one might be up, So we had a lot of times that we actually talked about life insurance and financial services because there were job changes that were happening, and so forth like that. So, we offer lots of products and services, and what I'm saying is we can help with that. Prices on auto and auto insurance was definitely affected. It came down during the pandemic because usage came down. But as we are reaching back into normal times where people are driving more and so forth, those rates are starting to move back up into what I think are normal. The key was actually setting expectations. This is what's happening, and it will come back, and we will recover from that. But the big thing that I will say too is that the usage of a lot of virtual and phone calls. We have a lot more appointments that way, and people are comfortable with using that. And so we're comfortable about having those types of calls and doing it. It makes it a little bit quicker. Sometimes an appointment might just be a few minutes. They just want that check-in. Am I okay?
Yeah. Right.
Kind of thing. But then there's more in depth, and we can have we can follow up and be a little bit more comprehensive is what they need.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Tell us a little bit more about, you mentioned services. Tell us a little bit more about everything that you offer. Sure, when we see the Jake from State Farm commercials, they obviously can't fit everything that you guys offer.
Right.
Why don't you speak a little bit on that regarding, aside from home insurance or car insurance, what other things do you offer that people may not realize that they need to have protected if there is any damage or loss in that relation?
So if you ever look at our logo, that we have here, we have basically the 3 circles. And a long time ago, they used to have auto, home, and life inside of there. That was those things there. But we also deal with business insurance. We have we do retirement plans. We also do those for corporations as well. We provide lots of business insurance. And there are other benefits such as disability, health related type of insurance too, and those things as well. We are State Farm has gone through a little bit of a metamorphosis where some of our product divisions were actually spun off, and then what we've done is we built strategic relationships with other top companies that are out there, like Jackson National, U.S. Bank, our banking division. Actually, we partnered with them, Rocket Mortgage, and so forth, like that as well.
Wow.
However, with the Rocket Mortgage, I don't do that. I actually deal with that networking with other people. So
awesome.
But we have a lot to offer, and the main thing is that we can grow with the customer, to help them, meet their needs, because it's not just selling some kind of widget,
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes and things like that. And like I said, being able to see that face that can help provide that knowledge and expertise to any relationship customer is always fantastic service to provide.
And you have you do a lot with investment properties and so forth. So people that want to have rental properties that they're investing in, we can definitely augment with that, because whether they're multifamily or they're single, residences and so forth, we're very, very competitive, with that. And that's becoming even more popular.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been a huge upkick in investment properties and people that want to get into it, and understanding how to, how is that different from just a single family home insurance and the landlord, and also getting your tenants to have renters insurance, things like that. Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure you're protected, and every asset is protected in that capacity. So it sounds like you are super knowledgeable, super experienced. What are you so passionate about that got you into insurance and that continues to drive you every day?
It's really funny that you asked that question, because years ago I was coming out of the IT industry, and I remember this fella that was interviewing me and said, you want to sell insurance, and at first I kind of went, whatever, but I kind of said, tell me more. He asked me that, why is that? And and basically he shared with me, you're going to affect more people's lives than you ever thought. And as I've been into that type of into this career since 2004, what I will say is that's true, because while sometimes people view insurance as the necessary evil, but when something bad happens, the bottom line is that you're the one type of person that can be there to be able to help, and to remedy a situation that's gone bad, and help put people's lives back on a good track. It's nothing worse, when I've dealt with death claims. I've had people have been put out of their house, for a fire and so forth. What really people want to know is, am I going to be okay? And I think that's something that I know that if I've done my homework and I've worked with people and then we've put the right solutions in place, that's a very comforting thing to say to people, that we can actually put that and make them feel good. And so I feel that that's one of the driving reasons that I do that. I like to really help people and give back as much as possible.
Yeah, that's awesome. You spend 2 minutes with you automatically know that, and that's super reassuring to partner with you and refer you and know that whenever my clients come to you, they're going to be taken care of. So I appreciate your time coming to visit us today and share your story with all of us. And thanks everyone for watching. And if you want any more information or want to connect with Kent, we'll post a link here in the comments that you guys can reach out to him for any questions or advice you need. Thanks again, Kent.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, always appreciate it.
All right.
Take care.